Are you feeling overwhelmed, as if stress is stealing the joy from your life? You've clicked on this video because you're searching for a way to break free from the relentless grip of anxiety, to find a sanctuary of peace within yourself. That's exactly what this journey is about, reclaiming your calm in a world that never seems to slow down. Stress doesn't just weigh on your mind, it clouds your heart, disrupts your sleep, and dims the light of your days. But what if you could dissolve that tension, not by fighting it, but by gently letting it slip away, like leaves floating down a quiet stream? This video is your path to that freedom, a carefully crafted experience to guide you toward inner peace, even as you drift into restful sleep. Imagine a life where stress no longer controls you, where your mind is as still as a mountain lake, reflecting the clarity of the present moment. The wisdom of Zen stories and Buddhist teachings offers a timeless antidote to the chaos of modern life. These aren't just ancient tales, they're practical tools to help you release the burdens of worry, quiet the noise in your head, and rediscover a sense of ease. Whether you're battling deadlines, personal struggles, or the constant hum of overthinking, these stories will show you how to step back, breathe, and find calm. They're designed to sink gently into your consciousness, especially during sleep, when your mind is most open to transformation. By the end of this video, you'll feel lighter, as if the weight of stress has dissolved into the night. For years, I've immersed myself in the profound teachings of Zen masters and the words of the Buddha, distilling their insights into stories that resonate with our fast-paced world. I've seen how these simple yet powerful narratives have helped countless people, myself included, navigate stress and find peace. Drawing from texts like the Dhammapada and the oral traditions of Zen, I've woven together lessons that have guided millions for centuries. My work has reached thousands of viewers seeking mindfulness, with feedback praising the soothing clarity these stories bring. This isn't about empty promises, it's about sharing proven wisdom backed by the lived experiences of those who've walked the path of mindfulness before us. Over the next 3 hours, you'll embark on a journey through 10 carefully chosen Zen and Buddhist stories, each a stepping stone to inner peace. From the monk who discovered silence in a soundless sound to the lotus blooming pure in muddy waters, these tales will unravel the roots of stress and show you how to let go. Interwoven with gentle guided meditations and calming sounds, this video is designed to ease you into a state of deep relaxation, perfect for sleep or quiet reflection. You'll learn practical steps to apply these teachings, transforming stress into serenity. Let's begin this journey together as you rest, heal, and awaken to the peace already within you. In our modern world, stress often feels like an inescapable storm, a cacophony of deadlines, worries, and endless thoughts that drown out our inner calm. We chase solutions in productivity apps, quick fixes, or distractions, yet the noise in our minds only grows louder. What if the key to peace isn't in adding more, but in subtracting, letting go of the mental clutter that fuels our anxiety? This Zen story, the sound of one hand clapping, offers a profound lesson in finding silence amid chaos. It's not just a tale. It's a mirror reflecting our own struggle with overthinking and stress. By understanding this story, you'll see why silence, both outer and inner, is the antidote to the pressures that weigh you down. It's the first step to reclaiming your peace, especially in moments of rest, when your mind is most open to letting go. This story matters because it teaches you to stop searching for answers in the noise, and instead embrace the stillness that's already within you. A stillness that can transform stress into serenity. Long ago, in a quiet valley nestled between mist-covered mountains, there lived a young monk named Cato. He had come to the monastery seeking peace, but his mind was a restless sea, churning with questions and doubts. The world outside had been unkind, filled with loss, uncertainty, and the weight of expectations. Silence would soothe his troubled heart. Yet, even in the stillness of the temple, his thoughts raced, whispering fears of failure and inadequacy. He meditated daily, but peace remained elusive, like a bird he could see but never catch. One autumn morning, as golden leaves fell gently outside the temple, Cato approached his master, a Zen teacher named Master Ryokan, whose eyes sparkled with quiet wisdom. Ryokan sat by a small koi pond, watching ripples dance across the water. Cato bowed deeply and said, "Master, my mind is a storm. I meditate, I chant, but I cannot find peace. How can I escape this turmoil?" Ryokan smiled softly, his gaze fixed on the pond. Without looking up, he replied, "Cato, tell me, what is the sound of one hand clapping?" Cato blinked, confused. One hand clapping? But clapping requires two hands, Master. How can one hand make a sound? Ryokan's smile widened. "Find the sound, Cato, and you will find your peace. Return when you have the answer." With that, the master returned to his silent contemplation, leaving Cato standing alone, his mind already spinning with the riddle. Determined to prove himself, Cato threw himself into the task. He sat in the meditation hall, closing his eyes and imagining one hand moving through the air. He clapped softly with both hands, then stopped one, listening for any trace of sound. Nothing. He walked through the forest, hoping the rustle of leaves or the chirping of birds might hold a clue. He sat by the stream, straining to hear a sound in the water's flow that could be the answer. Days turned into weeks, and Cato's frustration grew. He tried clapping faster, slower, even waving his hand near his ear, but all he heard was silence, or worse, the chatter of his own thoughts. "This is impossible," he muttered, his stress mounting. "There is no sound. Why has the master given me this useless task?" One evening, exhausted and defeated, Cato returned to the pond where Ryokan often sat. The moon hung low, casting a silver glow over the water. Cato's heart was heavy. He felt he had failed. "Master," he said, his voice trembling, "I've tried everything. I've listened to the wind, the water, my own hand moving. There is no sound of one hand clapping. Have I wasted my time?" Ryokan looked at Cato, his eyes gentle but piercing. "Cato," he said, "you've been searching for a sound out there in the world, in your efforts. But the sound of one hand clapping is not something you find, it's something you become. Stop chasing and listen to the silence within you." Cato sat down, unsure but willing to try. He closed his eyes, letting the cool night air brush against his skin. For the first time, he didn't try to hear a sound. He didn't imagine clapping or analyze the riddle. He simply sat, breathing, letting his thoughts drift like clouds across a vast sky. The chatter in his mind, worries about failure, stress about the riddle, began to fade. In that moment, there was no sound, no effort, only stillness. And in that stillness, Cato felt something shift. It wasn't a sound he heard, but a presence, a deep, boundless peace that had been there all along, hidden beneath his restless thoughts. His heart softened, and a smile touched his lips. He understood. The next morning, Cato found Ryokan by the pond again. "Master," he said, bowing, The sound of one hand clapping is silence, the silence of absence, but the silence of presence. It's the peace that comes when I stop chasing and simply be. Ryokan nodded, his eyes twinkling. Now, Kato, he said, you've begun to hear your own heart. Carry this silence with you, and no storm can touch you. From that day, Kato's practice changed. He still meditated, but he no longer fought his thoughts. He let them come and go, like ripples on the pond, always returning to the silence beneath. The stress that once consumed him lost its power, and he found peace not by escaping the world, but by resting in the stillness within it. This story isn't just a tale of a monk and a riddle. It's a map for you to navigate the stress that clouds your life. Stress thrives in the noise of overthinking, in the endless chase for solutions or control. The sound of one hand clapping teaches you to stop striving and start being. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, you can apply this wisdom in a simple, powerful way. Find a quiet space, lie down, and close your eyes. Don't try to silence your thoughts or fight the stress of the day that's like chasing the sound of one hand. Instead, imagine your mind as a still pond, its surface rippling with worries, but its depths untouched. Breathe slowly, noticing each inhale and exhale. Let your thoughts drift without holding on to them. If a stressful memory or task arises, acknowledge it gently, then return to your breath. Picture yourself sitting by Kato's pond, the moon above, the world quiet. You don't need to find peace, it's already there, in the silence beneath your thoughts. As you drift into sleep, let this story remind you, the less you chase, the more you find. This practice, repeated nightly, will help you carry that silence into your days, dissolving stress and anchoring you in calm. Welcome to this gentle meditation, designed to help you release stress and find the peace that lies within, just as Kato discovered in the story of one hand clapping. Find a comfortable position, lying down or sitting, whichever feels most restful. If you're preparing to sleep, let your body sink into the bed, supported and at ease. Close your eyes softly and take a moment to settle into this space. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. This time is for you, for your heart, for your peace. Begin by noticing your breath. Don't try to change it, just observe the natural rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Feel the air moving through your nose, cool on the way in, warm on the way out. Your breath is like a gentle wave, flowing in and out, connecting you to this moment. If your mind feels busy, filled with the stress of the damn meetings, worries, or tasks, that's okay. You don't need to push those thoughts away. Simply notice them like ripples on a pond and let them pass. Now, imagine yourself sitting by a quiet pond, just like the one in Kato's monastery. It's night and a full moon hangs low in the sky, casting a silver glow across the water. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of pine and earth. Around you, the world is still. The only sound is the soft lapping of water against the shore, a rhythm as steady as your breath. Picture the pond's surface, smooth but rippling gently with each thought that crosses your mind. Each ripple is a worry, a plan, a memory, but beneath those ripples, the pond is deep and calm, untouched by the surface's dance. As you breathe in, feel yourself sinking into that deeper calm, like a pebble settling to the pond's quiet depths. As you exhale, release any tension in your body, your shoulders, your jaw, your hands. Let them soften as if they're dissolving into the water. If a thought arises, a stressful moment, or a task undone, chase it. Don't try to solve it, just let it float across the pond's surface, like a leaf carried by the breeze. You don't need to hold on to it. You don't need to find the sound of one hand clapping. The silence is already here, in this moment, in your breath. Bring your attention to your heart. Notice any heaviness there, any stress you've carried. With each exhale, imagine that heaviness softening, like moonlight melting into the water. You're not fighting stress. You're letting it go, trusting that peace is your natural state. Feel your body growing lighter, your mind quieter. The pond is still now, reflecting the moon's gentle light. This is your mind at rest, clear and serene. If your thoughts wander, that's perfectly fine. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the image of the pond. Each time you return, you're practicing Cato's lesson. Peace isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. Let your breath carry you deeper into relaxation. Each inhale bringing calm, each exhale releasing what no longer serves. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, floating in silence. As you drift closer to sleep, trust that this peace will stay with you. The story of one hand clapping has planted a seed in your heart, a reminder that silence is always there beneath the noise. Let this meditation flow into your dreams, carrying you into a deep, restorative sleep. You are safe, you are calm, you are at peace. Stress often feels like a heavy load we carry, piling up with every worry, task, and expectation until our minds are overwhelmed. In our fast-paced world, we try to manage this burden by cramming more into our heads new strategies, advice, or distractions, hoping to outrun the chaos. But what if the problem isn't a lack of solutions, but a mind too full to receive them? The Zen story of the overflowing teacup speaks directly to this struggle, revealing why a cluttered mind fuels stress and how emptying it can lead to peace. This story is vital because it shows you that to overcome stress, you don't need to add more, you need to let go. By learning to release preconceptions, judgments, and mental noise, you create space for clarity and calm. Especially during restful moments like sleep, when your mind is most receptive to transformation. This tale offers a practical path to lighten your mental load, helping you find the serenity that stress has buried. Asterisk. In a serene village, cradled by rolling hills and whispering bamboo groves, there lived a scholar named Hiroshi. He was renowned for his intellect, having studied philosophy, poetry, and the sciences for decades. Yet, despite his vast knowledge, Hiroshi's heart was restless. The weight of the world, its conflicts, his ambitions, and the pressure to always know more pressed heavily on him. His mind buzzed constantly, replaying arguments, planning future triumphs, and dissecting past mistakes. Sleep eluded him, and stress gnawed at his spirit. Desperate for peace, Hiroshi heard of a Zen master named Nennen, whose wisdom was said to calm even the most turbulent minds. Determined to find relief, he set out for Nonnen's modest temple, nestled beside a trickling stream. Hiroshi arrived on a crisp spring morning, the air fragrant with cherry blossoms. The temple was simple, its wooden beams weathered but warm, surrounded by a garden where pebbles formed gentle spirals. Nennen, an elderly monk with a face etched by years of quiet contemplation, welcomed Hiroshi with a bow. His eyes were kind, yet they seemed to see through Hiroshi's polished exterior to the turmoil within. "Master Nonin," Hiroshi began, his voice brimming with urgency, "I've studied the great texts, debated with scholars, and sought answers across the land. But my mind is a storm, and stress consumes me. I've come to learn Zen. Please, teach me how to find peace. Nen nodded, his expression serene. Let us share tea, he said, gesturing to a low wooden table. Hiroshi sat, eager to absorb the master's wisdom. Nonin placed a delicate porcelain teacup before him, its surface smooth and unadorned. He began to pour tea from a small iron pot, the amber liquid steaming as it filled the cup. Hiroshi watched, expecting Nonin to stop when the cup was full, but the master kept pouring. The tea rose, spilling over the rim, trickling onto the table, and pooling on the floor. Hiroshi's eyes widened. "Master," he exclaimed, unable to contain himself. "The cup is full. It can hold no more." Nenin stopped pouring and looked at Hiroshi, his gaze steady. "Like this cup," he said softly, "your mind is full of ideas, opinions, and worries. How can I teach you Zen when there is no room for it? To learn, you must first empty your cup." Hiroshi sat back, stunned. His instinct was to argue, to defend his knowledge, but something in Nonin's words pierced his defenses. He realized his mind was indeed overflowing, not with wisdom, but with the clutter of stress-endless thoughts that left no space for peace. Determined to understand, Hiroshi stayed at the temple. Nanin gave him no grand lectures or complex rituals. Instead, he assigned simple tasks, sweeping the garden, washing dishes, sitting by the stream. At first, Hiroshi's mind rebelled. How can sweeping help me find peace? He thought, his scholar's pride bristling. But as he swept, he noticed the rhythm of the broom, the sound of bristles against stone. When he washed dishes, he felt the cool water on his hands, saw bubbles catch the light. By the stream, he listened to the water's gentle murmur, letting his thoughts drift without clinging to them. Nanin joined him sometimes, saying little, but his presence was a quiet anchor. One evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Hiroshi sat with Nonin in the garden. The scholar's mind, once a whirlwind of arguments and plans, felt lighter. He no longer felt the need to fill every moment with thought. "Master," he said, his voice softer now, "I've been emptying my cup. I don't try to solve everything anymore. I just notice the stream, the wind, my breath. And in that noticing, I feel calm, like I'm part of something larger." Nonin smiled, placing a fresh teacup before Hiroshi. This time, he poured just enough tea, stopping before it spilled. "Now," he said, "your cup can hold what it needs." Hiroshi returned to his village, but he was not the same. He still studied, but he no longer chased knowledge to prove himself. He worked, but he didn't let tasks consume him. When stress arose, he paused, breathed, and let his mind empty, like a cup ready to receive only what mattered. At night, he slept deeply, his dreams untroubled, his heart at ease. The world hadn't changed, but his way of meeting it had. By emptying his cup, Hiroshi had found the peace he'd sought not in answers, but in the space between them. The story of the overflowing teacup is a powerful reminder that stress grows when your mind is too full crowded with worries, plans, and judgments. To find peace, you don't need more strategies. You need less clutter. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you can start emptying your cup with a simple practice. Lie down in a quiet space, your body relaxed, your head supported. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Notice the weight of the day, any stress, tasks, or thoughts pressing on you. Don't fight them. Just see them as tea filling your cup to the brim. Now, imagine gently tipping that cup, letting the excess spill away. With each exhale, release one thought, a worry about tomorrow, a regret from today. Picture it flowing out, leaving your mind lighter, clearer. You don't need to hold everything. Focus on one simple thing, the feeling of your breath, the softness of your bed. Like Hiroshi by the stream, notice without analyzing. If your mind wanders to stressful thoughts, gently tip the cup again, letting them spill. This practice isn't about forcing calm, it's about making space for it. As you drift into sleep, trust that your empty cup is ready to receive peace, just as the story promises. Carry this into your days, pausing to empty your mind when stress builds, and you'll find serenity becomes your natural state. Asterisk. Welcome to this soothing meditation, inspired by the story of the overflowing teacup, to help you release stress and create space for inner peace. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body settle, your arms resting gently, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes and feel the support beneath you, holding you like the earth held Nenin's temple. There's no rush, no need to do anything but be here, in this moment, with yourself. Begin by noticing your breath, the soft rise and fall of your chest or belly. Don't change it, just follow its natural flow, like a stream moving through a quiet valley. Your breath is your anchor, always here to bring you back. If your mind feels heavy, filled with the stress of the day, deadlines, conversations, or worries, that's okay. These are the contents of your teacup, brimming and spilling over. You don't need to carry them all now. Imagine you're sitting in a peaceful garden, like the one outside Nonin's temple. Before you is a small wooden table, and on it a porcelain teacup, delicate and smooth. This cup is your mind, filled to the brim with thoughts, plans, and tensions. See the tea inside each ripple, a worry, each wave a task. Now, gently pick up the cup in your mind's eye. Feel its weight, the warmth of the tea. With your next exhale, tip the cup slightly, letting a little tea spill onto the ground. This is you releasing one thought, a stressful moment from today, a fear about tomorrow. Watch it flow away, absorbed by the earth. Breathe in, feeling your body soften. Breathe out, tipping the cup again, letting another thought spill. Maybe it's a judgment about yourself, a conflict you're holding. You don't need to solve it now, just let it go, like tea leaving the cup. Feel your mind growing lighter, the cup less heavy in your hands. If new thoughts arise, don't fight them. Simply tip the cup, letting them spill. Your breath guides you, each exhale a chance to empty, each inhale a moment to rest. Picture the garden around you. The air is warm, carrying the scent of cherry blossoms. A soft breeze rustles the bamboo, and a stream murmurs nearby. This is a place of peace, where your cup doesn't need to be full. Set the cup back on the table, now half empty, its surface still. Notice how your body feels, your shoulders looser, your face relaxed. Your mind is quieter, like the garden after a gentle rain. You're not forcing calm, you're allowing it, just as Hiroshi learned. If your mind wanders, drawn back to stress or tasks, that's natural. Smile softly to yourself and return to the cup. Tip it again, letting one more thought spill. Focus on one simple sensation, your breath, the coolness of the air, the weight of your body sinking into rest. This is your empty cup, ready to hold only what matters: peace, presence, calm, as you drift towards sleep. Trust that this space you've created will stay with you. The story of the teacup has shown you how to let go, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, resting deeply. Your mind is light, clear as a still pond. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress dissolves and serenity blooms. You are calm, you are enough, you are at peace. Stress often drives us to chase peace in all the wrong places: new jobs, relationships, or achievements, only to find ourselves more exhausted and lost. We run from our worries, believing happiness lies somewhere out there, beyond the next horizon. But what if the peace we seek is already within us, waiting to be recognized? The Zen story of the seeker and the river addresses this restless pursuit, showing why our external searches fuel stress and how turning inward can dissolve it. This story is crucial because it reveals that stress isn't caused by what's missing in our lives, but by our refusal to rest in the present. By embracing this lesson, you'll learn to stop running and start being, finding calm that's as natural as a river's flow. This tale is especially powerful for sleep, as it guides your mind to settle, helping you release the day's tensions and awaken to the peace already inside you. In a time long past, in a land of sweeping plains and towering mountains, there lived a man named Taro. He was neither rich nor poor, neither young nor old, but his heart was heavy with a longing he could not name. Taro felt a void within him, a gnawing stress that grew with each passing day. The world seemed to demand so much work to be done, expectations to meet, mistakes to regret, yet nothing filled the emptiness. He heard tales of a mythical river, said to hold the secret to eternal peace, its waters shimmering with the light of truth. If I find this river, Taro thought, my stress will vanish, and I'll finally be whole. So, with a small sack of provisions and a heart full of hope, he set out to find it. Taro's S journey began with fervor. He crossed vast deserts, their sands burning under his feet, asking nomads if they knew of the river. They shook their heads, pointing him toward distant peaks. He climbed jagged mountains, his hands raw from gripping stone. But the villagers at the summit only spoke of a valley far away. Taro waded through muddy swamps, braved howling storms, and wandered through cities buzzing with noise. In each place, he asked, "Where is the river of peace?" Some laughed, calling it a myth. Others offered vague directions, sending him onward. Years passed, and Taro's body grew weary, his sack nearly empty. The stress he sought to escape had only deepened, now joined by frustration and doubt. Have I wasted my life? He wondered, his mind a tangle of fear and fatigue. One twilight, as the sky burned with hues of violet and gold, Taro stumbled upon a quiet valley. A gentle stream flowed through it, its waters clear and sparkling under the fading light. Exhausted, Taro collapsed on its grassy bank, too tired to continue. He gazed at the stream, its surface rippling softly, reflecting the first stars. "This can't be the river," he muttered. "It's too small, too ordinary." But his body refused to move, and for the first time in years, he sat still, listening to the water's murmur. The sound was soothing, like a lullaby from the earth itself. His racing thoughts, regrets of the past, worries of the future began to slow, as if carried away by the current dot. As Taro sat, an old woman approached, her face weathered but radiant with calm. She carried a wooden staff and wore a simple robe. her eyes bright with knowing. "You look weary, traveler," she said, sitting beside him. Taro sighed, his voice heavy. "I've spent my life searching for the river of peace, but I've found nothing. My heart is still troubled, my mind full of stress. Have I been chasing a dream?" The woman smiled, her gaze resting on the stream. "Tell me," she said, "what do you see before you?" Taro frowned. "Just a stream, nothing more. It's not the river I seek." The woman chuckled softly. "Taro, you've been running so long, you've forgotten how to see. This stream is the river, and the peace you seek is not in its waters, but in you." Taro blinked, confused. "In me, but I'm full of turmoil, of longing." The woman pointed to the stream. "Look at the water. It flows without chasing, rests without striving. Your mind is like this stream, naturally clear when you let it be. You've been searching outside, but the river of peace is your own heart, still and present when you stop running." She paused, her voice gentle. "Sit here, Taro, breathe. Listen, the peace you seek is already yours." Doubting but desperate, Taro closed his eyes. He focused on his breath, feeling the air move through him, cool and steady. He listened to the stream, its soft gurgle blending with the rustle of leaves. For the first time, he didn't think about the river or his failures. He simply was breathing, sitting, existing. The stress that had clung to him began to loosen, like sediment settling in still water. His heart felt lighter, his mind clearer. When he opened his eyes, the stream looked different, not grand or mythical, but perfect in its simplicity. He smiled, tears welling. "I've been the river all along," he whispered. The old woman nodded. "Now you see, Taro, carry this river within you, and no journey will trouble you." Taro stayed by the stream for days, then returned home. He worked, loved, and lived, but he no longer chased peace. When stress arose, he paused, breathed, and returned to the river in his heart. At night, he slept soundly, his dreams flowing like the stream he'd found. Taro's story shows that stress grows when we chase peace outside ourselves, believing it's somewhere else. The river of peace is within you, accessible in any moment of stillness. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, you can find this river with a simple practice. Lie down, letting your body relax into the bed. Close your eyes and take a slow breath, noticing the air's gentle flow. Imagine you're sitting by Taro's stream, its waters sparkling under starlight. Your stressful thoughts work, conflicts, fears are like Taro's endless journey, pulling you away from the present. Don't fight them. Let them pass like leaves on the stream. Focus on one thing, your breath, moving like water, steady and calm. If a worry arises, see it float by, carried away by the current. You don't need to chase peace, it's here, in this breath, this moment. As you drift into sleep, picture the stream within you, clear and quiet, washing away stress. This practice, done nightly, will help you carry the river's calm into your days, easing stress and grounding you in serenity. Welcome to this gentle meditation, inspired by the story of the seeker and the river, to help you release stress and discover the peace within you. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if that feels better. Let your body rest, your arms soft by your sides, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the surface beneath you, supporting you fully. This moment is yours, a time to let go and simply be. Begin by noticing your breath, the natural rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't try to change it, just follow its gentle movement, like a stream winding through a quiet valley. Your breath is your guide, always here to anchor you. If your mind feels restless, carrying the stress of the day, tasks, worries, or plans, that's okay. These are just ripples on the surface of your inner river, passing through without staying. Imagine you're sitting by a peaceful stream, like the one Toro found. It's twilight, and the sky glows with soft purples and golds. The stream before you is clear, its waters rippling gently, catching the light of the first stars. The air is cool, scented with grass and earth. Listen to the water's soft murmur, a sound that soothes like a lullaby. This stream is your mind at its corkum, steady, flowing without effort. As you breathe in, feel your body soften, sinking into the ground like a pebble resting by the stream. As you exhale, release any tension, your shoulders, your brow, your hands. Let them melt as if they're part of the water's flow. Picture your stressful thoughts as leaves on the stream's surface. Each leaf is a warrior deadline, a conflict, a fear. Don't try to push them away or chase them. Just watch them float by, carried by the current. With each exhale, let another leaf drift, leaving your mind clearer, lighter. Bring your focus to your breath, the steady rhythm that mirrors the stream. Inhale, feeling calm enter you like cool water. Exhale, letting stress flow away like leaves on the current. If a thought pulls you something you must do or fix, gently return to the stream. See that thought as a leaf floating past. You don't need to hold it now. The stream carries it for you, leaving only peace. Feel the stream within you, a quiet river in your heart. It's always been there, beneath the noise of stress. With each breath, sink deeper into its calm. Your body grows heavy, resting deeply. Your mind is light, clear as the stream's surface under starlight. If your thoughts wander, that's natural. Smile softly and guide your focus back to your breath, to the stream's gentle flow as you drift towards sleep. Trust that this inner river will stay with you. The story of Taro has shown you that peace isn't something you chase, it's something you are. Let this meditation carry you into dreams, where stress fades and your heart flows freely. You are calm, you are whole, you are at peace. Stress often feels like a storm, battering us with challenges, work pressures, personal conflicts, or unexpected setbacks that threaten to break our spirit. We resist these storms, tensing against them, which only heightens our anxiety and exhaustion. What if instead of fighting, we could bend like bamboo, flowing with life's difficulties to find peace? The Zen story of the bamboo and the storm offers a powerful lesson in resilience, showing why flexibility, not rigidity, is the key to overcoming stress. This story matters because it teaches you to move with life's challenges rather than against them, reducing the mental strain that keeps you awake at night. By embracing this wisdom, you'll learn to release resistance, finding calm even in chaos, especially during sleep when your mind can absorb this gentle strength. This tale is a guide to transforming stress into an opportunity for inner peace, helping you rest deeply and live with ease. In a remote village, nestled at the edge of a vast forest, where emerald hills met the sky, there grew a grove of bamboo, tall and graceful, swaying gently in the breeze. The villagers admired the bamboo's beauty, its slender stalks reaching for the heavens, yet they often overlooked its quiet strength. Among them lived a young woman named Aiko, whose life was marked by struggle. She worked tirelessly in the fields, cared for her aging parents, and faced whispers of gossip from neighbors who judged her efforts. Stress was her constant companion, a heavy cloak that tightened with every new burden. Failed crops, family quarrels, or sleepless nights spent worrying about tomorrow. Aiko longed for peace, but it seemed as distant as the stars. One summer, rumors spread of a great storm approaching, one fiercer than any the village had seen. The villagers fortified their homes, boarding windows and securing roofs, their faces taut with fear. Aiko, too, prepared, but her heart trembled. How can I endure another hardship? She thought, her mind racing with images of loss. Seeking guidance, she visited the village's Zen master, an old monk named Hideo, who lived in a simple hut near the bamboo grove. Hideo was known for his calm demeanor, as if no storm could ruffle his spirit. Aiko found him sitting cross-legged, gazing at the bamboo, his eyes tracing their gentle sway. "Master Hideo," Aiko said, bowing, her voice quivering. "A storm is coming, and I'm afraid. My life is already so heavy: work, family, endless worries. Stress consumes me, and I fear this storm will break me. How can I find peace when everything feels so hard?" Hideo turned to her, his face weathered but warm, like sunlit stone. "Aiko," he said, "look at the bamboo. A storm is coming, yet it stands unafraid. Why do you think that is?" Aiko frowned, glancing at the grove. "It's just bamboo, master. It's tall, but surely the storm will snap it." Hideo smiled. "Watch the bamboo when the storm comes, Aiko, then return to me." Confused but trusting, Aiko went home, her mind still churning. That night, the storm arrived, fierce and unrelenting. Winds howled, bending trees and scattering debris. Rain lashed the village, and thunder shook the earth. Aiko huddled in her hut, her heart pounding, expecting to hear the crack of breaking bamboo. But as dawn broke, the storm passed, leaving the village battered but standing. Curious, Aiko hurried to the bamboo grove. To her astonishment, the bamboo stood tall, its stalks unharmed, swaying as gracefully as ever. Nearby, trees oak and cedar lay splintered, their rigid trunks snapped by the wind. Yet the bamboo, flexible and yielding, had endured. Aiko returned to Hideo, her eyes wide with wonder. "Master," she said, "the bamboo didn't break. It bent with the wind, then rose again. How does it do this?" Hideo nodded, his gaze resting on the grove. "The bamboo's strength is in its flexibility, Aiko. It doesn't resist the storm, it moves with it. When the wind pushes, it bends. When the wind ceases, it returns. Your stress comes from resisting life's storms, fighting worries, clinging to control. Like the bamboo, you must learn to bend, to flow with what comes, and trust you'll rise again." Aiko pondered this, her mind still skeptical. "But master, how can I bend when life feels so heavy? My worries are real, my family, my work." Hideo placed a hand on her shoulder. "Bending doesn't mean ignoring your burdens. It means meeting them with softness, not force. When stress arises, pause, breathe, let the worry pass through you, like wind through the bamboo. Don't hold it, don't fight it. In that yielding, you'll find peace." Determined to try, Aiko began to practice. The next day, when a neighbor's harsh words stung, she felt the familiar tighten of stress. Instead of arguing, she paused, took a deep breath, and let the words pass like a gust of wind. When her crops suffered from drought, she didn't despair but focused on what she could do, bending to the moment's needs. At night, when worries crept in, she imagined herself as bamboo, swaying gently, rooted yet free. Slowly, her stress began to ease. She still faced challenges, but they no longer broke her. Her sleep deepened, her heart lightened. Months later, Aiko visited Hideo again. The bamboo grove glowed under a full moon, its stalks whispering in the night breeze. "Master," she said, smiling, "I'm learning to bend. When stress comes, I breathe, I yield, and it passes. I feel stronger, not by fighting, but by flowing." Hideo bowed, his eyes twinkling. "You've found the bamboo's secret, Aiko. Carry this strength, and no storm will defeat you." Aiko lived on, her life still full of challenges, but she met them with a new grace. Stress no longer ruled her, for she had learned to bend, to flow, to rise. The bamboo's lesson became her own, a quiet power that carried her through days and dreams alike. The bamboo's wisdom is a guide for navigating stress without breaking. Instead of resisting life's challenges, you can flow with them, finding peace and flexibility. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, embody the bamboo with a simple practice. Lie down, letting your body sink into the bed, soft and supported. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, feeling your breath move like a breeze through your body. Notice any stress tightness in your chest, racing thoughts about tomorrow. Don't fight these feelings. See them as winds in a storm. Imagine you're a bamboo stalk, rooted yet flexible. As each worry arises, let it pass through you, bending gently with your exhale, then returning to calm with your inhale. Picture the storm moving around you, fierce but unable to break you. You don't need to control it, just sway, trusting your strength. If a thought persists, acknowledge it softly, then let it go, like wind through leaves. As you drift into sleep, carry this image of the bamboo, flexible and free, letting stress flow past. This practice, repeated daily, will help you meet life's storms with ease, grounding you in peace. Welcome to this calming meditation, inspired by the story of the bamboo in the storm, to help you release stress and find peace through flexibility. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if that feels right. Let your body relax, your arms resting softly, your legs at ease. Close your eyes gently and feel the surface beneath you, steady like the earth beneath Aiko's bamboo grove. This moment is yours, a time to let go and flow with ease. Begin by noticing your breath, the gentle rise and fall, like a breeze moving through a forest. Don't force it, just follow its natural rhythm, each inhale cool, each exhale warm. Your breath is your root, grounding you in this moment. If your mind feels tense, carrying the stress of the day work conflicts or fears, that's okay. These are the winds of your storm, passing through but not staying. Imagine you're standing in a bamboo grove, like the one near Iko's village. The air is warm, scented with earth and green leaves. Around you, tall bamboo stalks sway gently, their slender forms glowing under a soft moon. A storm is coming, its winds beginning to rustle the leaves, but the bamboo stands unafraid. Picture yourself as one of these stalks, rooted deeply in the ground, yet flexible, able to bend as you breathe in. Feel your body ground, strong like the bamboo's roots. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to sway. Notice any stress in your mind or body, tight shoulders, a racing thought. See it as a gust of wind pushing against you. Don't resist it. With your next exhale, bend gently, letting the stress pass through you. Feel your body sway, light and free, then return to center with your inhale. You're not fighting the storm, you're flowing with it. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that keeps you steady. Inhale, feeling strength in your core. Exhale, releasing tension like bamboo bending in the wind. If a worry arises, a task, a conflict, see it as a gust. Let it move through you, bending with your breath, then passing. Your roots hold you firm, your flexibility keeps you whole. Feel your body relaxed, your jaw softening, your hands opening, your heart easing. Picture the storm slowing, the winds fading. The bamboo grove is quiet now, swaying gently under the moon. Your mind is like this grove, calm and resilient. If thoughts return, that's natural. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the image of the bamboo. Each exhale lets stress pass. Each inhale brings you back to peace. As you drift towards sleep, trust that this flexibility will stay with you. The story of the bamboo has shown you how to bend, not break. Let this meditation carry you into dreams, where stress fades and your heart sways freely. Your body is heavy, resting deeply. Your mind is light, flowing with ease. You are calm, you are strong. Stress often lingers because we carry emotional burdens, anger, resentment, or grudges that weigh down our hearts long after events have passed. These burdens amplify our anxiety, keeping us trapped in cycles of rumination that disrupt our peace and sleep. What if we could release these weights, not by confronting them, but by simply letting them go? The Zen story of the burden of two monks offers a profound lesson in forgiveness and detachment, showing why holding on to emotional pain fuels stress and how releasing it restores calm. This story is essential because it teaches you to free yourself from the past, creating space for serenity in the present. By applying this wisdom, especially during restful moments like sleep, you can lighten your heart and dissolve the stress that clings to old wounds, guiding you toward a life of ease and mindfulness. In a lush valley where rice fields shimmered under the sun and mist clung to distant peaks, there stood an ancient monastery, its tiled roof glowing in the dawn light. Two monks, Tenzin and Kelsang, lived there, both devoted to the path of Zen, but as different as the moon and the sun. Tenzin was older, his face lined with years of meditation, his eyes calm but sharp. Kelsang was younger, eager and earnest, yet quick to let his emotions flare. They shared a deep bond, often walking together to nearby villages to offer teachings or collect alms, their robes fluttering in the breeze. One rainy afternoon, as dark clouds gathered and the air grew heavy, Tenzin and Kelsang set out for a village across a swollen river. The path was muddy, the rain relentless, soaking their robes and chilling their bones. Kelsang grumbled, his stress rising with each squelching step, while Tenzin walked steadily, his face untroubled. As they neared the river, they saw a young woman standing by the bank, her silk dress drenched, her eyes wide with worry. The river was too swift to cross alone, and she needed to reach the village for her brother's wedding. "Please, kind monks," she pleaded, "help me cross. I can't do it alone." Kelsang hesitated, his mind racing. Zen monks were forbidden from touching women, a vow meant to preserve their focus. He glanced at Tenzin, expecting a refusal. But Tenzin, without a word, stepped forward, bowed to the woman, and offered his back. "Climb on," he said gently. The woman, grateful, climbed onto Tenzin's shoulders, and he waded into the river, his steps sure despite the rushing current. Kelsang followed, his heart pounding, torn between shock and duty. The water was cold, tugging at their robes, but Tenzin carried the woman safely to the other side. She thanked him profusely, bowing deeply, then hurried toward the village. Tenzin brushed the rain from his face and continued walking, as if nothing had happened. Kelsang, however, was fuming. His stress boiled over, his mind replaying the scene. How could Tenzin break our vows? He thought, his steps heavy with anger. The rain seemed to mock him, each drop fueling his resentment. For hours they walked in silence, the village fading behind them, the monastery drawing near. Kelsang's face was tight, his thoughts a storm of judgment and frustration. Finally, as the monastery's gate came into view, he could bear it no longer. "Tenzin," he burst out, his voice sharp. "How could you carry that woman? We're monks. We vowed not to touch women. You've dishonored our path." Tenzin stopped, turning to Kelsang with a gentle, knowing smile. The rain had slowed to a drizzle, and the setting sun cast a golden glow over the valley. "Kelsang," he said softly, "I carried the woman across the river and set her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her?" Kelsang froze, his anger dissolving into confusion. He opened his mouth to argue, but no words came. Tenzin's question pierced his heart like an arrow. He realized he'd been clutching the moment, letting it fester into stress and resentment. While Tenzin had let it go the instant the woman was safe, Kelsang bowed his head, shame mingling with clarity. "Master," he said, his voice quieter, "I've been carrying more than her. I've carried my anger, my pride. How do I let go?" Tenzin placed a hand on Kelsang's shoulder, his touch warm despite the damp robes. When a thought arises, anger, hurt, or worry, see it, but don't hold it. Let it pass, like the river carries leaves. Your heart is free when you choose not to carry what's gone. He gestured to the monastery, its lanterns glowing in the dusk. "Come, let's rest. The river is behind us." That night, Kelsang sat in meditation, his mind still stirred by the day's events. But instead of fighting his thoughts, he tried Tenzin's way. When anger surfaced, he saw it as a leaf on the river, floating past. When pride emerged, he let it drift. Slowly, his heart lightened, his stress fading like mist in the morning sun. He slept deeply, his dreams untroubled, the river's lesson etched in his soul. Kelsang grew wiser in the years that followed. He still felt anger or stress at times, but he no longer carried them. When challenges arose, he paused, breathed, and let them pass, like Tenzin had taught him. The monastery remained his home, but the river of his heart flowed freely, carrying him toward peace. The story of the two monks shows that stress thrives when we carry emotional burdens, grudges, or regrets long after they're gone. To find peace, you can let go, as Tenzin did, freeing your heart for calm. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice releasing your burdens with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body relax into the bed, soft and supported. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, noticing the air's gentle flow. Picture a river like the one Tenzin crossed, its waters steady and clear. Your stressful thoughts, resentments, arguments, or past hurts are burdens you carry, like Kelsang's anger. Don't fight them, see them as leaves on the river. With each exhale, place one leaf on the water, a grudge, a worry, and watch it float away. If it returns, place it again, gently, without judgment. Focus on your breath, the river's flow, carrying you to calm. As you drift into sleep, imagine your heart as a free river, unburdened and light. This practice, done nightly, will help you release stress and live with ease, letting go of what no longer serves you. Welcome to this soothing meditation, inspired by the story of the two monks, to help you release stress and find peace by letting go of emotional burdens. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body settle, your arms resting gently, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes softly and feel the support beneath you, steady like the earth beneath Tenzin's monastery. This moment is for you, a time to release and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the soft rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't change it, just follow its gentle movement, like a river winding through a quiet valley. Your breath is your anchor, always here to guide you. If your mind feels heavy, carrying the stress of the day, arguments, regrets, or grudges, okay. These are the burdens you've held, like Kelsang's anger, weighing on your heart. Imagine you're standing by a gentle river, like the one in the story. It's dusk, and the water glows with the golden light of the setting sun. The air is cool, scented with wet earth and wildflowers. The river flows steadily, its surface smooth, carrying leaves and twigs on its journey. This river is your heart, ready to carry away what no longer serves you. As you breathe in, feel your body ground, rooted like the monastery's ancient walls. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to release. Notice any stress or emotional resentment, a hurt, a moment of anger. See it as a leaf in your hands, heavy but small. With your next exhale, place that leaf on the river's surface. Watch it float away, carried by the current, growing smaller until it's gone. Feel your heart lighten, your mind ease. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the river's flow. Inhale, feeling calm enter you like clear water. Exhale, placing another leaf on the river, another burden, perhaps a worry or a past mistake. Let it drift, trusting the river to carry it. If the same thought returns, that's okay. Gently place it back on the water without judgment. You're not fighting these burdens, you're releasing them, letting the river do its work. Picture the river now, its surface clear, reflecting the soft light of dusk. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your heart unburdened, free to flow. If your mind wanders, drawn to stress or old wounds, smile softly to yourself. Return to your breath, to the river's gentle current. Each exhale releases a leaf. Each inhale brings you peace. As you drift towards sleep, trust that this river will stay with you. The story of the two monks has shown you how to let go, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, flowing freely. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress dissolves and your heart is free. You are calm. You are unburdened. You are at peace. Stress often traps us in a narrow focus, where small problems are missed deadline. A sharp word or a minor setback loom large, consuming our energy and peace. We fixate on these details, losing sight of life's broader flow, which amplifies our anxiety and keeps us restless. What if we could shift our perspective, seeing our stresses as mere stones within the vast mountain of existence? The Zen story of the stone and the mountain offers a transformative lesson in perspective, showing why zooming out from our worries reduces their power and restores calm. This story is vital because it teaches you to reframe stress, placing it in the context of a larger, harmonious whole. By embracing this wisdom, especially during sleep when your mind is open to new insights. You can loosen stress's grip, finding peace that anchors you in the present and carries you through life's challenges. In a rugged land where mountains pierced the clouds and valleys cradled quiet villages, there lived a young monk named Soma. He had joined a Zen monastery high in the peaks, seeking to quiet a mind troubled by the stresses of his former life. As a merchant's son, Soma had known pressure, endless demands to succeed, family disputes, and the weight of others' expectations. Even in the monastery's stillness, his mind clung to these burdens, replaying small slights or fears of failure. Meditation helped, but stress lingered, like a pebble caught in his sandal, nagging with every step. Soma longed for the deep peace he saw in the older monks, whose eyes held the calm of a cloudless sky. One spring morning, as mist wove through the pines, Soma sought out his teacher, Master Eiko, a monk whose presence was as steady as the mountains themselves. Eiko was tending a small garden near the monastery, his hands gently turning soil around a cluster of wildflowers. Soma bowed, his voice tight with frustration. "Master," he said, "I try to meditate, to let go, but my mind is stuck. I worry about mistakes I've made, words I've said, tasks I haven't finished. These stresses feel so heavy, like stones crushing me. How can I find peace when they won't leave me?" Eiko looked up, his eyes tracing the jagged peaks that surrounded them. "Soma," he said, "come with me." He led the young monk to a rocky outcrop overlooking the valley, where the mountains stretched endlessly, their slopes dusted with snow. Eiko picked up a small smooth stone from the ground and held it out. "Tell me, Soma, what is this?" Soma frowned, confused. "It's a stone, master." Eiko nodded, then gestured to the towering mountain before them. "And this?" "A mountain," Soma replied, unsure where this was leading. Eiko smiled. "Hold the stone close to your eyes, Soma, and tell me what you see." Soma did as instructed, pressing the stone near his face. "The stone fills my vision, master. I can't see the mountain anymore." Eiko nodded. "Now, hold it at arm's length." Soma extended his arm, and the stone shrank against the mountain's vastness, a tiny speck in the grand landscape. "Now I see the mountain," Soma said, "and the stone is small, almost nothing." Eiko sat on a boulder, his robes pooling around him. "Your stresses, Soma, are like this stone. Hold them close, and they block everything else, seeming huge and heavy. But step back, see them as part of the mountain, your life, the world, and they lose their power. The mountain holds all stones, yet it stands unmoved." Soma lowered the stone, his mind stirring. "But master," he said, "my worries feel real, not like a trick of vision. How do I step back?" Eiko pointed to the valley below, where a river glinted and birds soared. "When stress arises, pause, breathe, look beyond the stone to the mountain. See your worry as one small part of a vast life. Your breath, this moment, the world's turning. Ask, is this stone the mountain? In that space, peace comes." He handed Soma the stone. "Keep this. Let it remind you." Soma returned to his duties, the stone in his pocket, Eiko's words echoing. That evening, as he meditated, a familiar stress surfaced, a memory of a harsh word he'd spoken to a friend. It felt heavy, consuming. But he paused, took a deep breath, and imagined holding the worry close, like the stone to his eye. Then he pictured stepping back, seeing the mountain, his life, his friendships, the countless moments still to come. The harsh word shrank, a small stone in a vast range. His heart eased, his breath deepened. He slept soundly that night, the stone's weight gone from his mind. Days turned to weeks, and Soma practiced this shift. When stress over a missed task arose, he held the stone, breathed, and saw the mountain his growth, his efforts, life's flow. When fear of failure gripped him, he stepped back, placing the fear beside moments of joy and learning. The stone became his teacher, a reminder that no worry was the whole mountain. His stress, once a crushing force, became lighter, manageable, part of a larger harmony. One autumn day, Soma found Eiko by the garden again. The wildflowers now faded but beautiful in their decay. "Master," he said, holding out the stone, "I see the mountain now. My stresses are still there, but they're just stones, small, not the whole. I feel peace, like I'm part of something greater." Eiko took the stone, placing it among the garden's pebbles. "You've learned, Soma," he said. "The mountain is always there. Rest in it." Soma continued his practice, carrying the mountain's perspective into his life. Stress still came, but it no longer ruled him. He met each worry with a breath, a step back, and a view of the whole. His sleep grew deeper, his days brighter. The stone and the mountain, his guides to peace. The story of the stone and the mountain teaches that stress grows when we magnify small worries, but shrinks when we see them as part of life's vastness. To find peace, shift your perspective, like Soma did. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice this with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body relax into the bed, soft and supported. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, feeling the air move through you. Notice any stressor, worry, a mistake, a fear. Imagine it as a stone held close to your eye, filling your mind. Now, with each exhale, picture moving the stone away, seeing the mountain, your life, your breath, the world's beauty. The stress is just one stone, not the whole. If it returns, breathe again, stepping back to the mountain's view. Focus on your breath, the present moment, vast and calm. As you drift into sleep, carry this mountain in your heart, letting stress shrink into its place. This practice, done nightly, will help you reframe stress, grounding you in peace that endures. Welcome to this gentle meditation, inspired by the story of the stone and the mountain, to help you release stress and find peace through perspective. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body settle, your arms resting softly, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the support beneath you, steady like the mountains around Soma's monastery. This moment is yours, a time to step back and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the soft rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't change it, just follow its gentle movement, like a breeze over a mountain's slopes. Your breath is your anchor, always here to guide you. If your mind feels heavy, carrying the stress of the day, worries, mistakes, or fears, okay, these are stones you've held close, seeming large and heavy. Imagine you're standing on a rocky outcrop, like the one Soma visited, overlooking a vast mountain range. The peaks stretch endlessly, their slopes dusted with snow, glowing under a soft dawn light. The air is crisp, scented with pine and earth. In your hand, you hold a small stone, smooth and cool. This stone is a stress you carry, a worry, a moment of tension. Hold it close to your eye and notice how it blocks the mountain, filling your vision. As you breathe in, feel your body ground, rooted like the mountain itself. As you exhale, move the stone away, holding it at arm's length. See the mountain now, vast and steady, the stone just a tiny speck in its embrace. Feel your mind lighten, your heart ease. With your next exhale, place another stoner different. Worry on the ground. Watch it shrink against the mountain's grandeur, no longer consuming you. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the mountain's calm. Inhale, feeling strength in your core. Exhale, letting stress shrink, like stones scattered across a vast slope. If a thought arises, a task, a conflict, see it as a stone. Hold it close, then move it away, seeing the mountain, your life, this moment, the world's flow. You don't need to carry these stones. The mountain holds them all. Picture the mountains now, their peaks bathed in light, stretching beyond sight. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your mind at peace, resting in the mountain's vastness. If your thoughts wander, drawn to stress, that's natural. Gently return to your breath, to the mountain's steady presence. Each exhale shrinks a stone. Each inhale brings you peace. As you drift towards sleep, trust that this mountain will stay with you. The story of Soma has shown you how to step back, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, vast as the peaks. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress fades and your heart rests. You are calm, you are whole, you are at peace. Stress often clouds our minds with illusions, fears, assumptions, or distorted perceptions that make problems seem larger than they are, robbing us of peace. We chase these illusions, believing they're reality, only to find ourselves more anxious and lost. What if we could see through these distortions to the clear truth beneath? The Zen story of the moon's reflection offers a profound lesson in clarity, showing why our stress-induced illusions trap us and how discerning reality frees us. This story is crucial because it teaches you to question the thoughts that fuel stress, revealing the calm that lies in truth. By embracing this wisdom, especially during sleep when your mind is receptive, you can dissolve the illusions that keep you restless, finding peace that's as steady as the moon itself. This tale guides you to rest deeply, waking to a life unburdened by false perceptions. In a quiet valley where willows draped over still lakes and fireflies danced in the dusk, there stood a small Zen temple, its wooden walls softened by time. A young monk named Riku lived there, his heart earnest but troubled. Before joining the monastery, Riku had been a poet, weaving verses that captured life's beauty but also its pain. The world had left him scarred betrayals by friends, failures in love, and the pressure to prove his worth. These wounds followed him to the temple, manifesting as stress that churned in his mind. He meditated under the guidance of his master, but his thoughts twisted reality, turning small setbacks into catastrophes. A missed chant became proof of his inadequacy. A stern glance from a fellow monk felt like rejection. Sleep came fitfully, his dreams haunted by these illusions. One summer evening, as the air hung warm and heavy, Riku sought out his teacher, Master Sora, a monk whose presence was as calm as a starlit night. Sora sat by a lake near the temple, its surface a mirror for the full moon above. Riku bowed, his voice tight with distress. "Master," he said, "my mind is a fog. I see failure in every mistake, judgment in every face. These thoughts stress me, stealing my peace. How can I see clearly when my mind distorts everything? Sora gazed at the lake, the moon's reflection shimmering on its surface. Riku, he said, come, sit. Look at the moon in the water and tell me what you see. Riku sat, his eyes on the lake. I see the moon, master, bright and round, just as it is in the sky. Sora nodded, then tossed a small pebble into the water. Ripples spread, fracturing the moon's reflection into wavering shards. Now, what do you see? Sora asked. Riku frowned. The moon is broken, scattered by the ripples. Sora smiled gently. Is the moon in the sky broken, Riku, or only its reflection? Riku glanced upward, where the moon hung whole and serene. The moon is unchanged, master. Only the water's surface is disturbed. Sora leaned closer. Your mind is like this lake, Riku. Stress ripples its surface, distorting what you see. But the truth, like the moon, remains clear if you look beyond the ripples. Riku's heart stirred, but doubt lingered. But master, he said, my thoughts feel so real, my fears, my failures. How do I see past them? Sora pointed to the lake, now still again, the moon's reflection restored. When the water is calm, the reflection is true. When stress ripples your mind, pause, breathe, look beyond the distortion to the truth. Is this thought the moon or just a ripple? Ask, and clarity will come. He handed Riku a smooth pebble from the lake's edge. Keep this, Riku, let it remind you to seek the moon. Riku returned to his cell, the pebble in his hand, Sora's words echoing. The next day, as he swept the temple courtyard, a fellow monk corrected his technique sharply. Stress, Flerdriku's mind spun, assuming scorn. But he paused, clutching the pebble, and took a deep breath. Is this scorn the moon or a ripple? He asked himself. He looked again. The monk's face held no malice, only focus. The stress eased, the illusion fading. That night, when a worry about his past arose, he breathed, held the pebble, and asked, is this failure real or a ripple? He saw his efforts, his growth, the truth beyond the distortion. His mind settled, and he slept deeply, untroubled by shadows. Weeks passed, and Riku practiced this clarity. When stress twisted his perceptions, a forgotten task, a moment of doubt here, paused, breathed, and sought the moon. The pebble became his anchor, a reminder that truth lay beyond ripples. His stress, once a suffocating fog, began to lift. He smiled more, his poetry flowing with new ease, capturing the world's beauty without its weight. His sleep grew restorative, his dreams clear as the lake's surface. One moonlit night, Riku found Sora by the lake again, the water a perfect mirror for the sky. Master, he said, holding out the pebble, I'm learning to see the moon. My stresses are ripples, not truth. I ask what's real, and my mind clears. I feel peace, like the lake at rest. Sora took the pebble, placing it by the water's edge. You've seen the truth, Riku, he said. Carry this clarity, and no ripple will cloud your heart. Riku continued his practice, meeting life with a new lightness. Stress still came, but he saw it for what it was. Ripples, not the moon. His days were brighter, his nights serene, the lake of his mind reflecting truth. The moon's lesson guided him, a beacon of peace in a world of illusions. The story of the moon's reflection shows that stress thrives on illusions, thoughts that distort reality, making problems seem insurmountable. To find peace, see through these ripples to the truth, as Riku did. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice this clarity with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body sink into the bed, soft and relaxed. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, feeling the air's gentle flow. Notice any stress of fear, a doubt, a distorted thought. Imagine it as a ripple on a lake, clouding the moons. Reflection, with each exhale, let the ripple fade, picturing the lake stilling. Ask yourself, is this thought the moon or just a ripple? See the truth beyond a small mistake, not failure. A glance, not judgment. Focus on your breath, the lake's calm surface, reflecting peace. If the thought returns, ask again, gently, without fighting. As you drift into sleep, carry this clear lake in your heart, letting stresses, illusions dissolve. This practice, done nightly, will help you see truth, grounding you in serenity that endures. Welcome to this soothing meditation, inspired by the story of the moon's reflection, to help you release stress and find peace through clarity. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body rest, your arms soft by your sides, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the support beneath you, steady like the earth by Riku's lake. This moment is yours, a time to see clearly and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the gentle rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't change. It just follow its soft movement, like a breeze over a still lake. Your breath is your anchor, always here to guide you. If your mind feels cloudy, carrying the stress of the day, fears, doubts, or distorted thoughts, that's okay. These are ripples on your mind's surface, obscuring the truth. Imagine you're sitting by a quiet lake, like the one near Sora's temple. It's night, and a full moon hangs in the sky, its light casting a silver glow across the water. Air is warm, scented with willow and earth. The lake is still, reflecting the moon perfectly, clear and bright. This lake is your mind at its corkum, true, UNCLOUDED, dot, as you breathe in. Feel your body ground, steady like the lake's shore. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to release. Notice any stress or thought that feels heavy, like a fear or judgment. See it as a ripple on the lake, breaking the moon's reflection. With your next exhale, let the ripple fade, the lake stilling. Ask softly, is this thought the moon, or just a ripple? See the truth, a small moment, not a catastrophe. Feel your mind clear, the lake's surface smooth again. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the lake's calm. Inhale, feeling clarity enter you like moonlight. Exhale, letting another ripple fade a worry, a doubt. If a thought persists, don't fight it. Ask again, is this real or a ripple? Watch it settle, the lake reflecting the moon once more. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your mind at peace, clear as the moon's light. Picture the lake now, its surface a perfect mirror, the moon shining brightly. If your thoughts wander, drawn to stress or illusions, that's natural. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the lake's stillness. Each exhale smooths a ripple. Each inhale brings you truth. You don't need to chase here, in this moment, in your breath, as you drift toward sleep, trust that this clear lake will stay with you. The story of the moon has shown you how to see truth, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, clear as moonlight. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress dissolves and truth shines. You are calm, you are clear, you are at peace. Stress often feels like being stuck in the mud of life's challenges, financial struggles, emotional turmoil, or overwhelming responsibilities that make peace seem impossible. We view these difficulties as obstacles, sinking deeper into anxiety. As we fight them, what if we could rise above this mud, finding beauty and calm within the chaos? The Buddhist story of the lotus in the mud offers a profound lesson in resilience and purity, showing why our struggles don't define us, and how we can thrive despite them. This story is essential because it teaches you to embrace life's messinesses, using it as a foundation for inner peace. By applying this wisdom, especially during sleep when your mind is open to transformation, you can release the stress that binds you, blooming like a lotus into serenity. This tale guides you to rest deeply, waking to a life where stress no longer dims your light dot in a tranquil village cradled by misty hills and rice paddies. There was a pond, its surface dotted with vibrant lotus flowers, their pink petals glowing. Under the sun, the villagers revered the lotuses for their beauty, but few noticed the murky waters from which they grew. Among them lived a woman named Leela, whose life was steeped in hardship. She was a weaver, toiling long hours to support her family, her hands calloused from the loom. Her husband had fallen ill, her children were hungry, and debts loomed like storm clouds. Stress consumed Leela, a heavy fog that clouded her days and stole her sleep. She envied the lotus's serene beauty, wondering why her life felt so mired in mud while they bloomed so effortlessly one autumn day. As leaves drifted across the pond, Leela visited the village's Buddhist temple, seeking solace. The temple was simple, its wooden beams adorned with faded sutras, its air thick with incense. There she found Master Ananda, a monk whose gentle presence seemed to radiate light, like the lotuses themselves. Leela bowed, her voice breaking. "Master," she said, "my life is a struggle sickness, poverty, endless work. Stress weighs on me, and I can't find peace. Why must I live in this mud while the lotuses bloom so beautifully? How can I rise above my troubles?" Ananda looked at Leela with compassion, his eyes tracing the lines of exhaustion on her face. "Leela," he said, "come with me to the pond." They walked together, the path soft with fallen leaves, until they reached the water's edge. The lotuses stood tall, their petals unfurled, rooted in the dark, silty mud below. Ananda knelt, pointing to a lotus. "What do you see, Leela?" She sighed. "A flower, Master, pure and lovely, untouched by the mud." Ananda nodded. "And where does it grow?" Leela hesitated. "In the mud, Master, but it rises above it." Ananda smiled. "Exactly. The lotus doesn't fight the mud or wish it away. It grows through it, using the mud to bloom. Your struggles are your mud, Leela, but they are also your path to peace." Brow furrowed, her stress still heavy. "But Master," she said, "my troubles are real. My family's needs, my fears. How can they help me bloom?" Ananda plucked a lotus leaf, its surface glistening with dew. The lotus accepts the mud as its home, drawing strength from it. When stress arises, don't resist it. See it, feel it, but don't let it define you. Breathe, and let your heart rise through the mud, like the lotus through water. Your peace comes not from escaping struggle, but from growing through it. He handed her the leaf. "Keep this, Leela. Let it remind you of your own bloom." Leela returned home, the leaf in her hand, Ananda's words stirring her heart. That evening, as she sat by her loom, Stress fled worry for her husband's health, fear of unpaid debts. But she paused, holding the leaf, and took a deep breath. This is my mud, she thought. I can't change it now, but I can grow through it. She focused on her breath, feeling the worry without letting it consume her. She wove with care, each thread a small act of presence, her heart rising like a lotus. That night, she slept more soundly, her dreams softer, the mud less suffocating. Days became weeks, and Lila practiced this acceptance. When her children argued, she breathed, seeing the conflict as mud, then responded with patience, her heart blooming with love. When debts pressed, she worked steadily, letting fear pass through her like water, trusting she'd rise. The leaf stayed by her bedside, a reminder that her struggles were her soil. Her stress, once a crushing weight, began to lighten. She laughed more with her children, found moments of joy in her weaving, and cared for her husband with renewed tenderness. Her sleep deepened, her heart unfurling like a lotus petal. One crisp morning, Leela returned to the temple, the lotus leaf worn but cherished. Ananda was by the pond, feeding koi that darted beneath the lotuses. Master, Leela said, smiling, I'm learning to bloom. My struggles are still there, but they're my mud. I breathe, I rise, and I find peace within them. Ananda bowed, his eyes warm. You've found the lotus's secret, Lila. Your heart blooms, and no mud can dim it. Lila continued her life, still weaving, still caring, still facing challenges. But she met them with a new grace, her heart rooted in the mud, yet reaching for the light. Stress no longer defined her, for she had learned to bloom through it. Her peace as radiant as the lotuses in the pond. The lotus's wisdom shows that stress grows when we fight life's struggles, but fades when we grow through them. To find peace, embrace your mud, like Lila did. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice this with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body sink into the bed, soft and supported. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, feeling the air's gentle flow. Notice any stress or struggle, a fear, a burden. Imagine it as mud, heavy but rich, beneath a pond. Don't fight it. See it as the soil of your growth. With each exhale, picture a lotus stem rising through the mud, your heart reaching for light. Focus on your breath, the lotus's steady bloom unfurling in calm. If stress returns, acknowledge it as mud, then let your heart rise again. As you drift into sleep, carry this lotus in your heart, letting stress's weight become your strength. This practice, done nightly, will help you bloom through challenges, grounding you in peace that shines. Welcome to this gentle meditation, inspired by the story of the lotus in the mud, to help you release stress and find peace by growing through challenges. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body rest, your arms soft by your sides, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the support beneath you, steady like the earth beneath Lila's pond. This moment is yours, a time to bloom and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the soft rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't change it, just follow its gentle movement, like a lotus swaying in a quiet pond. Your breath is your anchor, always here to guide you. If your mind feels heavy, carrying the stress of the day's struggles, fears, or burdens, that's okay. These are the mud of your life, rich and real, but not your whole story. Imagine you're sitting by a tranquil pond, like the one in Leela's village. It's dawn and the air is cool, scented with dew and blossoms. Before you, lotus flowers rise from the water, their pink petals glowing, rooted in the dark mud below. This pond is your heart, capable of blooming through any challenge. Picture yourself as a lotus seed, resting in the mud. Your stresses, your struggles. As you breathe in, feel your body ground, rooted like the lotus in the earth. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to rise. Notice any stress or worry, a hardship. See it as mud, heavy but nourishing. Don't fight it. Let it be your soil. With your next exhale, imagine a lotus stem growing through the mud, your heart reaching upward. Feel it rise through the water, steady and strong, toward the light. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the lotus's bloom. Inhale, feeling strength in your core. Exhale, letting your heart unfurl like a petal opening to the sun. If a stress arises, fear a burden, see it as mud. Acknowledge it, then let your lotus rise above it, blooming in calm. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your heart blooming, radiant despite the mud. Picture the lotus now, its petals wide, glowing in the dawn light. Your mind is like this flower, pure and serene. If your thoughts wander, drawn to stress or struggles, that's natural. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the lotus's steady rise. Each exhale lifts you above the mud. Each inhale opens your heart. As you drift toward sleep, trust that this lotus will stay with you. The story of Lila has shown you how to bloom, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, radiant as a lotus. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress fades and your heart shines. You are calm, you are resilient, you are at peace. Stress often clouds our perception like dust on a mirror, distorting how we see ourselves and the world, fueling anxiety with self-criticism or fear. We become trapped in these warped reflections, losing touch with our true, calm nature. What if we could polish this mental mirror, revealing clarity and peace beneath? The Zen story of the mirror of the mind offers a transformative lesson in self-reflection, showing why our stressful thoughts obscure truth and how clearing them restores serenity. This story is vital because it teaches you to purify your mind, letting go of distortions that amplify stress. By embracing this wisdom, especially during sleep when your mind is open to renewal, you can release the fog of anxiety, seeing yourself with kindness and calm. This tale guides you to rest deeply, waking to a life where stress no longer blurs your inner light. In a serene valley where cherry blossoms painted the air pink and streams sang softly, there stood a Zen temple, its eaves curved like gentle smiles. A young man named Haru lived there as a novice monk, his heart drawn to the path of peace but tangled with inner turmoil. Before joining the monastery, Haru had been a painter, crafting vivid landscapes that masked his struggles. Life had been unkind poverty, rejection by patrons, and a deep sense of unworthiness haunted him. These stresses followed him to the temple, clouding his mind like smudges on a canvas. He meditated diligently, but his thoughts painted harsh portraits. He saw himself as flawed, his efforts futile, his past a stain he couldn't erase. Sleep came in fragments, his dreams heavy with self-doubt. One misty morning, as dew glistened on the temple's mossy stones, Haru sought his teacher, Master Kai, a monk whose eyes held the clarity of a polished mirror. Kai was polishing a bronze mirror in the temple courtyard, its surface catching the soft light. Haru bowed, his voice low with despair. "Master," he said, "my mind is a mess. I see only my failures, my flaws, my unworthiness. These thoughts stress me, stealing my peace. How can I find calm when I see myself so darkly?" Kai held up the mirror, its surface dulled by dust. "Haru," he said, "look into this mirror and tell me what you see." Haru peered in, squinting. "It's cloudy, Master. I can barely see my face, just shadows and smudges." Kai nodded, then took a soft cloth and began polishing the mirror, each stroke revealing more of its shine. "Now look," he said, holding it up again. Haru gasped. His face was clear, framed by the courtyard's blossoms, his eyes bright despite his sorrow. "That's me, Master, but it's different, cleaner, truer." Kai smiled. "Your mind is like this mirror, Haru. Stress and self-judgment are dust, clouding what's true. Polish the mirror with awareness, and you'll see your true nature whole. Calm, radiant." Haru's heart stirred, but doubt lingered. "But Master," he said, "my flaws feel real, my past mistakes, my fears. How do I polish them away?" Kai handed Haru the cloth. "When a stressful thought arises, don't believe it blindly. See it as dust, not the mirror. Breathe, observe it, and let it go, like wiping the surface clean. Ask, is this thought my true self? The answer lies in the shine beneath." He placed a mirror in Haru's hands. "Keep this cloth, Haru. Let it remind you to polish." Haru returned to his cell, the cloth soft in his palm, Kai's words echoing. That afternoon, as he swept the temple steps, a memory surfaced, a patron mocking his art years ago. Stress flared, his mind painting him as worthless. But he paused, clutching the cloth, and took a deep breath. "Is this thought my true self?" he asked. He saw the memory as dust, not his essence. He breathed again, wiping it away, picturing his efforts, his kindness, the monk he was becoming. The stress eased, his mind clearer. That night, when fear of failure crept in, he polished again, seeing his growth, his heart's sincerity. He slept more soundly, his dreams lighter, the mirror shining. Weeks passed, and Haru practiced this polishing. When self-criticism arose, fumbled chant, a moment of impatience, he paused, breathed, and wiped the dust. The cloth became his guide, a reminder that his true self was beneath the distortions. His stress, once a suffocating veil, began to lift. He painted again, not for approval, but for joy, his brush strokes fluid, reflecting the world's beauty. His sleep deepened, his dreams vivid with light, the mirror of his mind growing clearer. One spring evening, Haru found Kai in the courtyard, the mirror gleaming beside him. "Master," Haru said, holding out the cloth, "I'm learning too. Polish. My flaws are dust, not me. I see my heart more clearly, and I find peace in its shine." Kai took the cloth, placing it by the mirror. "You've seen your true self, Haru," he said. "Keep polishing, and no dust will dim your light." Haru continued his practice, meeting life with newfound clarity. Stress still came, but he saw it as dust, not truth. His days were brighter, his nights serene, the mirror of his mind reflecting his radiant nature. The cloth's lesson guided him, a path to peace through self-awareness. The mirror's wisdom shows that stress grows when we believe distorted thoughts, but fades when we polish our mind with awareness. To find peace, clear these distortions, like Haru did. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice this with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body sink into the bed, soft and relaxed. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, feeling the air's gentle flow. Notice any stressor, self-critical thought, a fear, a doubt. Imagine it as dust on a mirror, clouding your true self. With each exhale, picture wiping the dust away, revealing a clear reflection, your kindness, your strength. Ask, is this thought my true self? See the truth beneath a moment, not your essence. Focus on your breath, the mirror's shine, reflecting peace. If the thought returns, wipe it again, gently, without fighting. As you drift into sleep, carry this clear mirror in your heart, letting stresses, distortions fade. This practice, done nightly, will help you see your true nature, grounding you in serenity that endures. Welcome to this soothing meditation, inspired by the story of the mirror of the mind, to help you release stress and find peace through clarity. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body rest, your arms soft by your sides, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the support beneath you, steady like the earth beneath Haru's temple. This moment is yours, a time to clear and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the gentle rhythm of air flowing in and out. Don't change it, just follow its soft movement, like a breeze over a polished mirror. Your breath is your anchor, always here to guide you. If your mind feels cloudy, carrying the stress of the day, self-doubt, fears, or judgments, that's okay. These are dust on your mind's mirror, obscuring your true self. Imagine you're sitting in a quiet courtyard, like the one near Kai's temple. Before you is a bronze mirror, its surface dulled by dust, reflecting only shadows. This mirror is your mind, holding your true nature calm, radiant, whole. In your hand is a soft cloth, ready to polish. The air is warm, scented with cherry blossoms. The courtyard bathed in soft light. As you breathe in, feel your body ground, steady like the temple's stones. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to clear. Notice any stress or critical thought, a moment of doubt. See it as dust on the mirror, clouding your reflection. With your next exhale, gently wipe the dust with the cloth, revealing a clearer image, your face, your kindness, your strength. Ask softly, is this thought my true self? See the truther, passing moment, not your essence. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the mirror's shine. Inhale, feeling clarity enter you like light. Exhale, wiping another dust, speck of fear, a judgment. If a thought persists, don't fight it. Wipe it gently, asking, is this real or dust? Watch the mirror clear, reflecting your true heart. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your mind at peace, shining with truth. Picture the mirror now, gleaming brightly, reflecting the courtyard's beauty blossoms. Light, you, your mind, is like this mirror, clear and radiant. If your thoughts wander, drawn to stress or distortions, that's natural. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the mirror's shine. Each exhale clears dust, each inhale reveals truth. As you drift toward sleep, trust that this clear mirror will stay with you. The story of Haru has shown you how to polish, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, radiant as a mirror. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress fades and truth shines. You are calm, you are whole. Stress often feels like a relentless current, pulling us away from the present moment into worries about the future or regrets of the past, leaving us anxious and unrested. We search for complex solutions, overlooking the simplest tool we have: our breath. What if the key to peace lies in the gentle act of breathing mindfully? The Buddhist story of the breath of the Buddha offers a timeless lesson in presence, showing why staying with your breath can dissolve stress and anchor you in calm. This story is essential because it teaches you to return to the present, where stress loses its power, using a practice accessible anytime, especially during sleep when your mind is open to renewal. This tale guides you to rest deeply, waking to a life where stress no longer sweeps you away, grounded in the simplicity of your breath. In a sacred grove, where banyan trees spread their ancient roots and the air hummed with quiet reverence, there lived a young disciple named Anila. She had come to study under a revered Buddhist teacher, drawn by tales of the Buddha's wisdom, seeking to free herself from a life shadowed by stress. As a healer in her village, Anila had carried heavy burdens, patients she couldn't save, families, pleas, and her own fear of failure. These pressures followed her to the grove, knotting her mind with doubts. She chanted sutras and meditated, but her thoughts raced, replaying mistakes or anticipating new ones. Sleep was fleeting, her nights restless, her heart yearning for the peace she saw in her teacher's serene gaze. One golden afternoon, as sunlight filtered through the banyan leaves, Anila approached her teacher, Master Dara, who sat beneath a tree, his robes draped like soft earth. Dara's presence was steady, his breath slow and deliberate, as if each inhale drew in the world's calm. Anila bowed, her voice trembling. "Master," she said, "my mind is a whirlwind. I worry about my past failures, my future duties. Stress binds me, and I can't find peace, even in this sacred place." How did the Buddha find such calm amidst life's chaos? Dara opened his eyes, their depth like a still lake. "Anila," he said, "sit with me. Watch your breath, and I will tell you a story." Anila sat, her body tense, trying to mimic Dara's ease. He began, his voice soft as a breeze. Long ago, the Buddha, then a prince named Siddhartha, sought freedom from suffering. Like you, he was troubled by the world's pain, his own doubts, the weight of his quest. He studied with great teachers, fasted until his body weakened, but peace eluded him. One day, exhausted, he sat beneath a Bodhi tree, vowing to find truth. As he sat, he noticed something simple: his breath. It flowed in, it flowed out, steady and present, untouched by his turmoil. He followed it, letting thoughts of past and future drift like leaves on a stream. In that breath, he found the present moment, clear and boundless. Night fell, stars wheeled above, and by dawn he awoke as the Buddha, his heart free, his mind at peace. Anila listened, her breath shallow, her mind skeptical. "But Master," she said, "my breath is just air. How can it free me from stress? My worries are real, my patience, my fears." Dara smiled, pointing to her chest. "Your breath is more than air, Anila. It's life, always here, always now. When stress pulls you, return to your breath. Watch it, feel it, without changing it. Let thoughts come and go, but stay with the breath, like the Buddha under the tree. In that presence, stress fades and peace arises." He placed a small leaf in her hand, its veins delicate as breath. "Keep this, Anila. Let it remind you to breathe." Anila returned to her mat, the leaf beside her, Dara's words lingering. That evening, as she meditated, stress surged a memory of a patient's death, guilt twisting her heart. But she paused, touching the leaf, and focused on her breath. She felt the air move, cool in her nose, warm in her chest, steady despite her pain. Thoughts arose, but she let them pass, returning to the breath. The guilt softened, her mind quieter. That night, she slept more deeply, her dreams gentle. The breath, a quiet anchor date, turned to weeks, and Anila practiced this presence. When fear of failure gripped her, she breathed, watching the air's flow, letting the fear drift. When a patient's suffering overwhelmed her, she returned to her breath, finding calm to act with compassion. The leaf stayed with her, a reminder that peace was in each inhale, each exhale. Her stress, once a suffocating tide, began to ebb. She smiled more, her healing touch steadier, her heart lighter. Her sleep grew restorative, her dreams flowing like a calm stream. One morning, Anila found Dara under the banyan tree, his breath as steady as ever. "Master," she said, holding the leaf, "I'm learning to breathe. My stresses still come, but I return to the present, and they lose their hold. I feel peace, like the Buddha's calm." Dara bowed, his eyes warm. "You found the breath's secret, Anila. Carry it, and no stress will sweep you away." Anila continued her practice, meeting life with mindful breath. Stress still arose, but she anchored herself in the present, her heart steady as the Buddha's. Her days were brighter, her nights serene, the breath her guide to peace. The leaf's lesson lived in her, a path to calm through presence. The breath's wisdom shows that stress thrives when we stray from the present, but fades when we anchor in our breath, like Anila did. To find peace, return to your breaths. Simplicity. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, practice this with a simple exercise. Lie down, letting your body sink into the bed, soft and relaxed. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, noticing the air's gentle flow as it enters, warm as it leaves. Feel any stress worries, regrets as currents pulling you away. Don't fight them. See them as thoughts passing like leaves on a stream. Focus on your breath, its steady rhythm, grounding you in now. If a thought arises, note it gently, then return to the breath. Picture yourself under Anila's banyan tree, each breath a step into peace. As you drift into sleep, carry this breath in your heart, letting stress dissolve in the present. This practice, done nightly, will help you stay present, grounding you in serenity that endures. Welcome to this soothing meditation, inspired by the story of the breath of the Buddha, to help you release stress and find peace through presence. Find a comfortable position, lying down if you're preparing to sleep, or sitting if you prefer. Let your body rest, your arms soft by your sides, your legs relaxed. Close your eyes gently and feel the support beneath you, steady like the earth beneath Anila's banyan tree. This moment is yours, a time to breathe and rest. Begin by noticing your breath, the gentle rhythm of air flowing in and out. Change it just. Follow its soft movement, cool as it enters your nose, warm as it leaves. Your breath is your anchor, always here, always now. If your mind feels restless, carrying the stress of the day worries, regrets, or plans, okay. These are currents pulling you from the present, like leaves on a stream. Imagine you're sitting beneath a banyan tree, like the one in Anila's grove, its roots spread wide, grounding you, its leaves whispering in a soft breeze. The air is warm, scented with earth and greenery. Above, the sky is dotted with stars, their light soft and steady. This tree is your heart, rooted in the present, calm and whole. Your breath is the breeze, flowing through you, connecting you to now. As you breathe in, feel your body ground, steady like the tree's roots. As you exhale, let your body soften, ready to release. Notice any stressor, worry, or fear. See it as a leaf on a stream, floating past. Don't chase it. Let it drift, returning to your breath. Feel the air move, cool and warm, steady and calm. With each exhale, let another leaf float away, a regret, a task. Your breath anchors you, the present holding you. Bring your focus to your breath, the rhythm that mirrors the tree's quiet presence. Inhale, feeling calm enter you like starlight. Exhale, letting stress drift like leaves downstream. If a thought pulls you something undone, a past mistake, note it gently, then return to your breath. You don't need to solve it now. The present is enough. Your breath, its pulse. Your body feels softer, your shoulders relaxed, your face at ease, your heart open. This is your heart at peace, rooted in now. Picture the banyan tree now, its branches wide, sheltering you under a starry sky. Your mind is like this tree, steady and present. If your thoughts wander, drawn to stress or plans, that's natural. Gently guide your focus back to your breath, to the tree's calm. Each exhale releases a leaf. Each inhale brings you now dot. As you drift toward sleep, trust that this breath will stay with you. The story of Unila has shown you how to be present, and this meditation is your practice. Your body is heavy, sinking into rest. Your mind is light, clear as starlight. Let this peace carry you into dreams, where stress fades and presence shines. You are calm, you are present, you are at peace. Over the past 3 hours, you've journeyed through 10 timeless Zen and Buddhist stories, each a gentle lantern lighting your path to inner peace. From the silence of one hand clapping to the steady breath of the Buddha, you felt stress loosen its grip, your heart softening like a lotus unfurling in dawn's light. These tales from monks releasing burdens by a rushing river to a weaver blooming through life's mud have shown you that peace isn't a distant dream but a presence within, waiting in each mindful moment. As you've rested, perhaps drifting toward sleep, these lessons have sunk deep, like moonlight on a still lake, calming your mind and easing your burdens. Can you feel it now, that quiet strength, that clarity, like a bamboo swaying gracefully through a storm? This journey has been a sanctuary, a reminder that stress doesn't have to rule your life. You've glimpsed the serenity possible when you let go, see clearly, and breathe. But what if this peace could grow, becoming the foundation of your days, not just your nights? This journey, though transformative, is only the beginning. You've tasted the calm of these stories, but stopping here would be like planting a seed and never watering it. Your progress risks fading, and stress could creep back, clouding your newfound clarity. The wisdom of the Zen masters and the Buddha is a living practice, one that deepens with each step you take. If you let this moment pass without nurturing it, the busyness of life deadlines, conflicts, worries might pull you back into the chaos you've worked to release. You've come so far, letting go of burdens, polishing your mind's mirror, and finding your inner river. To let that slip away would be to dim the light you've kindled. The path to lasting peace lies in continuing, in weaving these lessons into your daily life, so stress no longer holds sway. The next step is simple, and it's yours to take right now to ensure this calm becomes your anchor dot to keep this peace alive. Dive deeper into mindfulness with our curated playlists. Zen Stories for a Mindful Life, linked below, where more tales await to guide you through stresses, storms. Each story builds on what you've learned, offering new ways to stay present and calm. Or download our free mindfulness guide, 10 Simple Practices for Inner Peace. Also linked below, a practical companion to carry these teachings into your waking hours. Click the link now to access these resources and continue your journey. If these stories have touched you, share your favorite in the comments. How has it eased your stress? Your words might light another's path. Subscribe and join our community to stay connected, ensuring you never miss a step toward a life free from stress's grip. Let's keep this journey alive, together, as you rest in peace and rise in serenity.